I think I've gone about 12 hours now without having a taco from a food truck. That's unheard of here in Austin, Texas, which is where we are now in our new home that we bought this lot with a friend who's a developer in Austin almost 3 years ago, I want to say. It was in December of 2022. And it was about a year to get the permits, maybe a year and a half to get the permits. And it took about a year to a year and a half for the construction to get completed. But it's done. We're in, and it looks absolutely awesome. So I'm going to give you guys a little tour so you can see what it looks like now and then how we're going to transform it. And I want your ideas as well, because there's a lot of space to do some really cool stuff. So first thing, sauna is going to go right here in the middle. We're going to put a little decking behind that cement pad. The Sisu sauna, crew cabin, 6-person. It'll go right in the middle there. And then we're going to have a Sisu Drake cold tub right next to it, and then an Ice Barrel 500 on the other side. So the hot, the cold should be set up in the next 2 weeks. And then we're thinking outdoor kitchen right in this area. And then behind me, I'm working with my friends at the Feed, and we're gonna make this a whole display wall. There's gonna be some neon signage here that says feed the animals. We're gonna have the feed bags, and that's gonna be a place where you can go and try a bunch of different new, better for you food products, supplements, blah, blah, blah. I really wanna do dispensers, like an electrolyte dispenser there, a creatine dispenser. We'll see if we can make that happen. And then underneath, I think we're gonna do a big fridge system for a bunch of different drinks, since this is gonna be the main area where we're hanging out. So the layout of this, as you can see, it's pretty high, is main house, which is here with a drive-through carport. We're gonna enclose this into a garage and guest house in the back. So Sterling and Henry. Sterling is the one who's going to be editing this YouTube video. He helps me with video, photo content. He and his wife are occupying this back unit, and then Sarah and I are occupying the front unit. They're both 3 stories high, and they have a ton of patio space. So we have lots of room to do fitness equipment, plants, hangout areas, and I think we're gonna design those kind of as we see how the space is being used over time, because it's a lot of square footage with outdoor patio space. I bet it's 30% of the total indoor square footage is outdoor patio square footage. We kept this tree right here to give it a little bit of a nature vibe. Certainly not Colorado, but it does the trick. We're gonna do plants everywhere through here. That was a lot of this design, as we wanted it to feel like an indoor-outdoor oasis. So there's gonna be succulents and desert plants just kind of all over these patio levels, and plants draping down over the stucco. I think that'll look really cool. We do have a pretty big backyard area, so potentially that could be a backyard gym area with like a shipping container. I'm also interested in maybe just turning some of this facade along here into a little bit of a gym, like mounting ski ergs along the wall with racks coming off it, but we'll see. Still conceptualizing a lot of that. We have an outdoor shower right here, which is really cool. And then I'll give you a little bit of a tour on the inside. And then the rest of the day, I got a track session this morning with my buddy Noah, who owns Squatch Frontier Fitness, and might hit a gym workout. Our buddy Big Bobby is staying here right now. We've had company ever since we moved in 4 days ago, who've been super helpful in getting everything set up for us. Our good friend from St. George, Utah, Kelly, was here and just helped tremendously with hanging stuff, bringing stuff in, measuring stuff. We're gonna do a table right here. We're gonna do a big standing table out here as well with bar stools to just create a cool communal, conversational atmosphere. And then Kelly built this bike rack for me that I have my bikes on. Also, this is my new This is my new Allied Able. You gotta see this bike, it's so pretty. So this is a gravel bike, and it's primarily what I'll ride here. I'm still figuring out where all of the lights are, and I just struck out. All right, here we go. So that's the new Allied Able, 2.4 tires on it, 303 zip wheels. It weighs 17.9 pounds, I believe. And built by Trey in the bicycle shop. They built this for me, meaning they ordered the frame from Allied, and then we didn't really go back and forth. I basically saw an Instagram picture on my Explore feed that they had posted several months ago, and they reached out to me because I posted it in part of a carousel. Trey reached out to me and said, hey, let us build you a bike similar to this. And I'm like, I'm in the market for a gravel bike. I could do something with you guys. So they got the Allied frame, which is Bentonville, Arkansas. I believe they used to be made in Bentonville, Arkansas. Now I don't think they're made there anymore, but that's where their HQ is. And then everything else are just custom components on it. So, they recommended the wheel set, the tires, the seat to go with, the shifting, brakes, blah, blah, blah. And it just came out really good. I rode it for the first time yesterday, and I love it. The Epic 8, and then I also have a road bike here. I have a S-Works Tarmac that my buddy Matt Johnson has, so I got to go and scoop that up. We're going to do red light over one of the lounge chairs, I think in the pool area. I got to figure out a place where it's completely covered so it can't get wet. So we'll see if I can figure out where that is after it rains here. It hasn't rained here in Austin proper yet since we've been here. We just got this couch yesterday. We picked it up at the Restoration Hardware outlet store. That couch is typically very expensive, and we got it for 1/3 of the price by going to the outlet store. It's the Cloud Couch, which I experienced a Cloud Couch in LA, my buddy Justin's house back in like 2019. And from that day on, my life was changed. I'm like, someday I need to have that couch because it's really comfortable. If you've ever sat in a Cloud Couch, you know what I'm talking about. You just like sink in, it's super deep. So yeah, we were able to get a great deal. We picked that up with the truck yesterday. This painting has traveled with me from my Syracuse, New York condo. I bought this back in like 2013 maybe, so I've had it for about 12 years, and it's Ali and Frazier. So Ali being the greatest ever, and then Frazier the underdog, and Frazier beating the greatest. Super cool painting. Artist whose name is Nobody, and unfortunately has passed away. I believe he committed suicide, but I saw his art in Hotel Gansevoort in the Meatpacking District in New York City, and reached out to the hotel to see if I could buy that exact piece. They said no, but they introduced me to him, and he had this piece for sale. And I thought it was really cool. Who doesn't like a good underdog story? All right, this is being turned into a closet right here. And then we got more storage back in there. There's speakers absolutely everywhere, which is cool. I love this kitchen design, although we're gonna have to get a ladder or some kind of rolling stool to be able to access these top ones. But I feel like the kind of earthy tones came out really good. And then the kitchen over there is lighter in color. So, all right, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms in this one. And big thing I want to show you guys is just the view that you get. It's lots of stair climbing. So this is the guest wing. Bobby's in here right now. Laundry, bathroom. We're doing this as a full bunk room. So we have a lot of friends who stay with us. So we're gonna do dual bunk beds in here. Bunk bed for all of you guys who are gonna be coming here to stay with us. Here's kind of what it looks like as you're going up the stairs. And then this is our floor. So we got master suite in here, master closet. This is gonna be podcast type room. And then we have various doors and patio doors to get to the outside, and then these really cool spiral staircases. So as you can see, there's just all of these nooks that we want to do something with. Austin city skyline, that's the tallest building in Austin right there. And then usable roof space. So we need to figure out what we want to do up here. It's all wired for a sauna and cold plunges. So we may do that up here. Speakers, tons of outlets, water hookup, and then check that view out. So sky's the limit up here. These are called the moon towers over here. And then, yeah, right now, obviously lots of leaves on the trees, but once all of these leaves go away in the wintertime, it's gonna be a very cool view of Austin. So sunsets have been very pretty. The sunrise, it's been really cloudy each day that we've been here in the morning, so we haven't really gotten a good view of the sunrise yet, but you know, it's up at tree line, so it's a pretty cool perspective. Certainly not the same perspective as Muscle Mountain in Colorado, but then down here, the pool area. At night, it's a really cool ambiance with all of the lighting. So that's where we are now. Over the next month, it's gonna radically transform, and then over the next 6 months, it's gonna radically transform. But would love any feedback that you guys have of what you would do with some of this outdoor space to turn it into a fun little wellness and hosting oasis. Got to show you how cool this looks. Sarah did this yesterday. So we have a full Caraway pot pan set and also food storage containers. This is also what we have in Denver is Caraway. Many of you have asked about what pots and pans we use that are non-toxic. These are ceramic. They cook incredibly well. They heat up incredibly well. They look absolutely beautiful, and I love that they come with that really cool storage system. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful pots and pans. And again, non-toxic. There's a lot of toxic cooking products out there. So we asked around to find out what other people in the wellness space recommended for pots and pans, and Caraway was one of the ones that many of our friends recommended. So without, and I'm reading this from their site, thoughtfully crafted without PTFE, PFOA, and PFAS. Our proprietary nonstick ceramic, and it doesn't stick. When I'm cooking eggs on those babies, it cooks the eggs without the eggs cooking onto the pan. Nonstick ceramic offers effortless cooking, easy cleanup, and peace of mind at every meal. So yeah, we got their 16-piece cookware set. 10 out of 10 recommend it. It's dope. And then we got this whole food storage set as well that you can probably see in there. But yeah, it comes with like this super sick organization, and it's all magnetic, so they'll stick together. It just keeps everything really uncluttered. And then this little hanging rack system for the lids. Their stuff's really cool. Looks beautiful, cooks well, and it's not made of any of the toxic materials. So I'll put a link to Caraway down here in the description if you guys are in the market for a really nice pot pan food storage set. Definitely check them out. I know there's a lot of Jura fans. I've never had a Jura coffee maker, but in Denver, we have a Terra Cafe. That's the white machine that you guys have seen on my Instagram videos. And I've experienced Jura before at like high-end condo buildings in Miami. And I love the coffee that they make and how fast it comes out and how easy it is. So for here, I bought the Jura S8 as our super automatic. We also have the Rocket Apartamento and the Rocket Grinder that is coming in, I think today when Sterling gets here with the moving truck. We have a bunch of stuff that he packed up with him that he's bringing to us. But yeah, the Jura S8, so far so good, loving it. The coffee quality is great. I've done a flat white each morning, and I've also gone to Desnudo every day too. I've had a lot of coffee these last few days, probably way too much. There he is. That's the tallest Bobby in Austin. We're pretty sure.
Yeah, we don't know all the other Bobbies, but on average, that should be
It's just kind of science, you know. He's 6'9", right? So how many other 6'9" Bobbies could there be in Austin, just from a science perspective? Probably not that many. What do you got going on today?
I'm going to run with you guys.
Sick.
And then I am going to go meet with some people, and then we are throwing the TRX Ignite Games, which is like a High Rock style multi-station functional fitness race. So we're bringing that to Dane's Body Shop tonight, East Austin tomorrow. So bring some people together, making it happen.
Sick.
Making it happen.
So Bobby owns Full Circle, which is a social wellness events-based club. It's really cool. Bobby, he and I met in our sauna 3 years ago, basically when I first got our first Sisu barrel sauna, and he was working in construction and was interested in, you know, my business around wellness. We had a really good conversation, and now he is full-time out of construction, full-time owning Full Circle, throwing these massive events in major cities in the US, bringing tons of people together. So follow Full Circle, or is it
Full Circle Social Club on Instagram. And hey, if you're looking to change your life, find amazing people who are doing something that you're interested in doing and ask to be around them. Proximity beats everything all the time. So shout out to you, dude.
Can't agree more. Let's see how Blaze's morning walk was. How was the morning walk? Huh? Did you get dirty? You don't look too dirty today. Did you go on a different route?
We went on a different route.
Nice. Nice. Blaze slept hard last night, huh? You slept hard.
Me too.
She almost didn't want to go upstairs. She was so comfy on the couch. Next up is a track workout. So we are going to load up with some Transparent Labs bulk so that we can run sub 3 minute 1Ks. How fast are you going to run today, Bobby?
I'm not going to run that fast.
Me neither. Might try and shoot for 4 minutes.
Yeah,
but this peach mango from Bulk, Transparent Labs, woo! You want to get a good workout in, you want to pump, get yourself some of this. Give us your feedback.
What is it, Performa?
Performa
Sleep. Yeah, if you are an athlete, you're big, you're doing a lot of stuff, sleep is the most important thing ever. The Performa Sleep mattress, temperature regulated, super comfortable, supports you. You don't wake up feeling so achy and all sorts all over the place. So if you need a new mattress, Performa Sleep, kind of the only option.
There's your testimonial from a 6'9" guy who slept in one last night. We have all Performa Sleep mattresses at our house in Denver, and that's what we also got here, and they're awesome. So we have the hybrid mattresses. That's what we like. They're plush. They also have their regular Performa Sleep mattress, which isn't quite as plush as these, but we like the plushness. Man, it's just like sleeping in a cloud, or like on your most comfortable pillow is what it feels like. So these are going to be twin bunk beds in here with the Performa Sleep mattresses. This is guest bedroom queen. Same, that's the hybrid mattress. And then we have the king in our bedroom, and then the guest house also has, I believe, a king Performa Sleep and a queen Performa Sleep. But yeah, if you like plush, definitely check out the hybrid one. If you want it a little firmer, then get the regular hybrid performance mattress. They're absolutely awesome. Here's something I'd love feedback on, especially anyone who lives in heat and humidity. So after every single day, my shoes are wet, my clothes are wet, very unlike the dry Colorado temperatures. So we were thinking like some kind of clothesline, you know, fabricating hooks into all of these metal poles. But if you guys live in hot, humid climates, let me know any ideas you have on drying clothes every day, creative ways to hang them so it doesn't end up just looking like a clothing graveyard out here with wet clothes dripping sweat from the Austin humidity all the time. Yeah, we were gonna do, I think, a clothesline somewhere like back in this area, so it's just kind of out of the way. But we'll also need hooks for towels because there'll be lots of sweaty bodies here going in and out of the sauna. So yeah, any creative ideas you have on where to put wet shoes, wet towels, wet clothes to let them dry so they can then be washed, please comment below. All right, just got the workout from Noah. Here's what we're doing at Yellow Jacket Stadium. It's gonna be 1.5 mile warm up, 1 by 800, run straights, jog turns, 8 by 400, lots of 400s, slightly faster than race pace, High Rocks race pace, 90-second walk, jog after each, and then 4 by 200, slightly faster than race pace, 60-second walk or jog in between, 1 mile cool down. We're gonna go do that at Yellow Jacket Stadium here in 30 minutes. I haven't been on a track since probably April. It's been a while since I've been on a track session, so we will see how this goes. Track coach, good morning.
Nice little warm-up walk to the track.
Dude, it's so close. I know, this is so nice. Good morning. And a little cooler. Have you guys met?
No,
you guys haven't
met.
met.
First
Wow.
time. Yeah.
Have you hosted events at Squatch?
I have. Yeah. I think we might have gotten on the phone a while ago. I own Full Circle.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
This is the famous
Race that I'm
Yellow Jacket
hosting.
Stadium
So I did one last night.
that on Tuesdays, Good Pain Track Club, they have like a couple hundred people that are coming here to do track workouts at 6:30 a.m. Tuesdays. Super cool. But this track is beautiful. We've done the world's toughest mile here. I don't think I've actually ever done a track workout here. I think I've only done the world's toughest mile here a bunch of times. But yeah, this track is so pretty. All right, we're gonna get after it. Much cooler today, but still very sweaty. So 400s in, running these about 620, 625 per mile pace, about 45 seconds rest in between, doing 8 of them, and then a mile cool down, 1.5 mile warm up, 800, just kind of building into the 400s. It's going good so far.
Hey.
That's perfect. About 614s. That felt pretty hard.
Eric, with all the training you do, what do you love most about being out at the track?
Oh man, it honestly reminds me of high school track. Just that feeling of knowing that you can only speak one word after every 4 breaths. No, just like the exertion, the reward, the pain, but then like the feeling of accomplishment afterwards. And I just feel like there's like no hiding on a track, especially with shorter intervals. It's like, I know I can run these pretty fast. It's kind of like doing an assault bike interval. I know I can do it pretty fast. Fucking sucks, but I've done it a million times. I know how hard I can push, and I just feel like I can't hide from it. Or if I'm just running, 5 miles straight, or running on a road or a trail somewhere, there's not as much of an incentive to push it. So that's what I love about the track. And like the vibes, we got Noah here. This track has 150 people on Tuesday mornings with Good Pain Track Club, which I haven't been to yet, but excited to join that crew. It's just such a great community here in Austin of people pushing themselves. Talking about these canes that Timmy Ham designed.
Timmy,
they're so
great
cool,
job, dude. Those are sick.
Timmy's an artist, and he worked with Kane to design these. I know he's done stuff for BPN, Specialized. He's dope. How much water came out of that shirt? Like 3 pounds?
That was my 3rd ring out. So yeah, maybe 10 or 11 pounds of water this morning. If I lived in Austin, we'd be down fast.
Yeah, you'd be bodybuilder. 7% body fat,
Yeah, right.
sweating so much. All right, our cool down is run back to the house from here. All right, hardest decision is vanilla peanut butter or butterscotch pecan. What do you think? Banana, frozen berries, and milk.
I feel like the vanilla might be the better option, but
No,
the
no.
butterscotch
Sounds good, right? Let's do exotic.
Let's do it. Well, if you're gonna do one,
Let's go exotic.
do you say pecan or pecan?
Ooh, I say pecan.
Pecan.
You?
Yeah, well, that's
You say pecan?
my grandparents say pecan because they're from
Sure,
the
south.
south, so it's a pecan pie.
Yeah. My buddy Seamus Mullen told me to try this beet blender out. It looks really cool. Hopefully it works.
I have a Ninja, and those things are.
Yeah, ninjas work great.
Yeah. How do you prioritize a smoothie when you're thinking about it? What do you put in it?
Okay, so we got some butterscotch pecan. We were just chatting about whether we say pecan or pecan.
Yeah.
I say pecan.
Transparent
protein
labs.
powder, awesome protein. I got some frozen berries, a banana, and we're gonna do some milk. Carbs and protein are the two big macros that I'm looking to do post-workout. And then later in the day, I'll do more fats, but lots of good protein.
Throw up those carbs. Yeah, we just hit a track workout. Austin, it's hot. Your body gets depleted. Give yourself early carbs typically is the way to go. So report back when this thing's
Hey now, oh good.
creamy.
Real creamy. Dang. This looks damn good.
You want a solo?
Yep, you can buy a lot of speed in the cycling world.
Yeah, trying to figure out what shoes. Everyone out here keeps telling everyone out here mountain biking Vans. The waffle brand.
Yeah, I mean, so there's what I'm having you do is going to be cross-country mountain biking. So you kind of want to clip in for the power advantage. And then, yeah, I mean, if you're going on like ski lifts, downhill, then a lot of those guys do not clip in because they want to be able to move their feet around. Yep, I was there this morning running with Noah. The clock has struck 1:12 p.m. And as you can see, my calendar says bike. I like breaking up the afternoon with a bike ride or a run, but I ran this morning. I usually do my weight training in the mornings and then some kind of aerobic cardio in the afternoons. I just had about 2 hours of calls, which I usually schedule from 11 to 1-ish, which I call time blocking. And they were on the World's Toughest Mile, which we're rolling out some official events in 2026. We are trademarking World's Toughest Mile, World's Hardest Mile, and we brought on Guido as a partner, who is the founder of Wadapalooza. And he grew that into the fitness festival that it is today. So we're really excited. We got some cool plans. Austin is going to be the first official World's Toughest Mile. We're in the planning stages now. It's going to be sometime over the winter. If you're in a city you want us to bring World's Toughest Mile to, put it in the comments below so we can add it to the list of places where we want to do this. And then I had calls with Wyatt again on Founders Only. We have our Founders Only event coming up here November 7th until the 9th in Austin. And we're expecting about 40 people at that Founders Only. It's going to be a big one. Austin is always the biggest one because a lot of people in Austin come, and it's an easy city to get to, and it's a city that many people in the wellness, brand building, investor creator space come to on a regular basis. So we have some really, really good speakers for that one. We have the founder of The Feed, Matt Johnson, who is speaking at it. He's created just an incredible e-commerce site and experience, and I love his marketing, his emails, the supplements they carry, the nutrition products they carry, the endurance fuel they carry, is all very, very precisely selected. So Neen Williams is speaking, my buddy who's a pro skateboarder who owns Not a Damn Chance Restaurants, who's just been growing the restaurant brand tremendously with Philip Franklin Lee over the last few years. Excited for him to share his captivating story. The founders of Brain Code are speaking at this one about brain mapping. Many of us train our bodies and we learn, but we don't train our brains to function optimally. So I'm excited for them to talk about brain mapping and neurofeedback training. We have the founders of Aurora Water Filtration System. Their company is just growing like a weed. They just came out with shower heads. They're going to be speakers at the event. Yeah, we hand select people who are either all about optimizing for performance or are growing a brand really fast in ways that really inspires me. Those are and third-party service providers like experts in paid social, email marketing. Those are generally the speakers that we're inviting. And then every other week we have a founders only call where anyone who's a member of our online community, which you guys can just go to foundersonly.club if you want to check it out. We have 2 a month and similar speakers to what the people that would show up to the various events to speak at. And we just want to create this awesome community of entrepreneurs, creators, and investors where everyone learns from each other and everyone benefits from connecting with each other. And then the retreats, they're awesome experiences, lots of workouts, contrast therapy, great conversations, great food. food. But, you know, ultimately the sum is greater than the parts, and we just want like-minded people getting together and everyone to benefit from the people that they are meeting. All right, I'm gonna go on a bike ride now, probably 90 minutes. I think I'm gonna go hit Lady Bird Lake on the gravel bike, which I don't know that I've posted my gravel bike much on YouTube. Check this baby out. So I got this from Allied, built by Trey. Isn't that a beauty? You guys are working away too. We have our downstairs office and upstairs office here in Austin. So yeah, probably 90-minute ride, and then Big Bobby's gonna be back here. We're gonna try and get some stuff around the house, and then sauna session tonight with Fonz, Ian Fonz. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly, but one of the guys who was involved in Raw Dog Run Club and now is starting an amazing protein ice cream company called Frozen Pints, I believe. It has like 40 grams of protein. They taste really good. The macros are incredible. And then he's also opening a gym here in Austin. So gonna link up with him and just learn about all the different cool stuff he has going on at Squatch. I think Noah's joining tonight, who owns Squatch, and probably a few others. And then what I'm most excited for today, and Sarah's probably most excited for, is what? Die Dewey. We're going to Die Dewey tonight. One of our favorite restaurants in Austin. They have a new burger on the menu. I guess they just released like 2 or 3 days ago that one of my buddies at Squatch told me about last night. So it's such a good restaurant. If you're in Austin, you know. If you're coming to Austin or you haven't been there, go to Die Dewey. It's so good. So I'm getting this set up right now. This is the Osmo Nano. I'm in the quick start guide right now. It has all of these magnetic attachments and it's super tiny. This is the battery pack for it and the viewing screen, but you take this off, and I'm gonna take just this piece with me mountain biking, and I can like just clip it onto my shirt to capture stuff, or you can clip it onto a brim. So I'm gonna be using this for a lot of like the action stuff that I do, running, biking. But yeah, this is cool. It's super, super tiny. I would love a deal with DJI, but I do not have one. I pay the piper for all of the DJI products. I find the interface for me, not being very sophisticated in editing, to be very, very easy to use, and the quality of it is just incredible. So this is what I use, the Osmo Nano. I'll be using this for a lot of the biking that I'm gonna be doing, and then I'm shooting this on the Osmo Pocket, I think it's called, or Osmo, I don't know what the hell this is. I wish I could flip it around and show you. Maybe it's the Osmo Pocket 3. Osmo Pocket 3 is what I'm shooting this YouTube video on, and it works absolutely great. What I've noticed here in Austin, because it's so hot and humid and wet, is I can't use my phone when I'm exercising. Like the videos that I'll often shoot, kind of point of view in Colorado in the mountains, I can't use my phone because it's so wet sitting in my pocket here. So I think this is gonna be my go-to to shoot anything when I'm on the go. Gotta switch this bicep band, heart rate monitor every other day so I don't get too much of a tan line. Oh baby, this thing is so light. Excited to take it on Lady Bird Lake today. Get some dirt riding in. So cool, this path just runs around the city. 11 miles. Back on the South Walnut Creek Trail. This is about a 15-mile one-way, all dedicated bike path that goes north to Manor. It's beautiful. It's where I'll do a lot of my riding. All right, that ride was 42 miles, 2 hours, 15 minutes, about 220 watts. It got really hot towards the end. I gotta get another bottle cage for my bike so I don't overheat on these rides, just losing so much sweat because it's so hot and humid here compared to Denver. All right, off to Squatch. Gonna get a little sauna session with Noah. I'll show you guys what the recovery setup at Squatch looks like. All right, this is one of the coolest gyms in all the land right here. Squatch, indoor, outdoor space. They got that big turf area over there. So there's people playing basketball. This is Noah Noah's one of the owners. They have the Hive right here, which is their contrast therapy spot. It has a sauna that fits like 25 people, 2 Ice Barrel 500s. Then they have this podcast studio, the radio room. They have the Coliseum, which is kind of like bodybuilder type gym with lots of machines. But here's a little tour of the Hive. There's the giant sauna right there. Gracias, amigo. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Nice barrels. They got some red light in here. Hello. How dope is this sauna? Massive. Look at that heater right there. And on my bike ride, and I freaking never cramp. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely from a lack of this right here. Have you had this lemonade element flavor?
Oh my gosh.
It's unreal, right?
So good.
So good.
So good.
I think the only people that could possibly be disappointed with the Hive here, Noah, is people coming in from like Finland or maybe Russia, because right here, no nudity in sauna or plunge. I've definitely been critiqued for wearing way too much clothing in the sauna.
That's a fair critique.
So yeah, I don't
fair
know.
critique.
Another one of these U.S. public places where
Yeah.
you can't just go in your birthday suit in the sauna, unfortunately. So we already know that Blaze approves of the couch. What do you think?
This is an incredible couch.
Isn't it comfortable?
Bed. Yeah, this is insane. I don't know that I've ever seen a couch that has this much width, like space.
I know, it's deep. It's super deep. That's what initially turned me onto it. And
I
then
also like the way the cushions sort of slant back, almost like a recliner.
yeah,
I haven't seen that before either.
it's such a well-designed couch. It's so goddamn comfy. Hey, we got our gate. Look at this. The gate is now done. Although I think they have to put the motor in it. But yeah, now we can close off from the driveway there. So much cool steel work here at this house. Josh, our developer, just crushed it with the steel work and the stucco and how it all blends together. What's the tour?
We're going on a tour of the Austin Cemetery, and there's going to be
Save
actors
Austin
that,
Cemetery.
yeah, they dress up and they tell stories.
October
Whoa.
23rd.
That sounds cool. I passed a house that had tons of Halloween decorations out already. We'll pass it on the way to the car parking.
Yeah, this is Halloween prep.
Yeah. This place is so cool. What is it called? Patrizi's. Look at this. Food truck, outdoor eating area, live theater, and on the menu, cacio pepe. Although we were sold
Save
on
Austin Cemeteries.
Cara's Diavolo. So I think we're gonna have to get that. I've had the meatballs here before, they're really good. Let's do the bruschetta. Am I not angling it right?
I can only see like half like a
Whoa, how's that? Is that better?
Or is this just for the love of dogs?
What are we gonna be seeing tonight?
The Wizard of Dogs, from the creator of the Nutcracker.
That was a layup.
So we have a stage here, and you get live shows when you're eating delicious Italian food. Only in Austin. Are we gonna go to A-Hole tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely.
How sick does that look, right? There's this new cafe here called A-Hole where they serve coffee through a hole in a wall, and it's just like a green witch's hand that comes out and serves you the coffee. So Bobby and I are gonna go tomorrow morning and check it out. Just opened up around the corner from our house. It looks cool. Josh and Jane here too with the baby. Is this a sneak peek of what we're gonna be seeing? What if we get that show? God, we gotta go back and get Blaze. Yeah.
Who makes sourdough?
Yeah.
She's at the point where she's selling like 25 loaves a week. To that
Really?
group. Oh yeah, you
Oh,
go
that's
in and
rad.
it's like a drug deal. Everyone's like, I got my bread. What's the flavor?
Yeah, we've got Rich Ryan, Ryan McGuire. They both make good sourdough in Denver, but yeah, need an Austin sourdough contact.
Put it out to the world.
Yeah, putting it out to the world.
You're in Austin. And
Yep,
you
I want to
got a
be
good
your.
starter.
If you're really good at making sourdough bread, you're in Austin, Texas. I want to be your protege.
Dude,
I want to learn how to do it.
Has to be central.
Yeah, it's got to be some amazing sourdough
Oh, for sure.
bakers here.
This place is way too hip.
Yeah,
not to
I was
just
about to
have.
say, with the concentration of raw milk drinkers,
Yep.
Yeah.
sourdough is right.
Yep. All right,
It's
comment
very
below.
adjacent, for
Comment below. I want to be your protege.